Good afternoon, family. First, I want to say thank you for viewing this King's Corner podcast. I'm your host, Latif, and I'm coming to you right out of the Sunshine State of Florida. I'm going to get right into it this afternoon or this evening and just get into what I wanted to display and talk about. Listen, I have been involved with this particular subject for a long time. It's been man, a long time. I can't even count how long it's been, but it's networking, right? So for some of us, we have been networking from the womb, and some of us not so much. But I know in the years of my life that I've been employed and working for others and working for myself, the biggest tool that I have is my mouth, right? And so I'm able to talk and maybe inspire, maybe motivate, maybe encourage, maybe all of the above. But the one thing that I know that I am able to do is network. Now, I haven't always been that way, and I'm sure some of you can relate. Uh, some of you may be introverts, and you may not like talking to people. It's perfectly okay, but some of you, you might be the total opposite, and you are extroverts. You are talking up a storm and you are saying everything to everybody, whether it's about your life, whether it's about your family, whether it's about your business, whatever it may be, you're talking about it. And, that's good, right? But I was an introvert for many years. And every once in a while I can be that way, depending on the day and whatever, right? But the bottom line is I'm involved in it, right? I have to talk to people every single day. That's literally part of one of my responsibilities, right? And so in my networking and talking to people, you find out a lot of things about people. You find out uh, their dreams. You find out their hopes, their aspirations, all of that stuff in a matter of minutes. And it's intriguing because when you first meet that individual or you're talking to a group of people, you would never know that. But if you ask key questions in regards to networking, you'll find out a whole lot in a matter of minutes. But that's not what this particular episode of King's Corner podcast is about. It's simply about networking, right? And how you may go about doing it and just some key points in that, right? So one of the things I just want to talk about, well, a few things I want to talk about is a podcast, but I want to talk about is, building your reputation. And so if you have a good reputation, typically you're going to be successful, right? But there are like three attributes that I think would help in building your rep, if you will. And one of those things is being reliable, right? So for those of us who work or have a business, you have to be, or you should be at your business either one, on time to open up your business, or arrive there early. How many times have we gone to a business that, they say they're going to be open at 9 o'clock and then they don't open until 9:30. Now, granted, things happen, maybe they're running late because of traffic or whatever. But it happens often. 9 o'clock, you say you're going to be open. I believe personally that you should be open at 9 o'clock or have your employees there, setting up to open at 9 o'clock, right? Or if it's just you, be there early, depending on what kind of business you have. 8:30, 8:45, be there on time, right? So being reliable. I mean, I think that's really, really important. And so let's take it a step further. So we have you with a business, right? And this is all part of building your reputation. And it is also part of networking, right? So you have a business and you have relatively new employees, right? And so your new employees really don't know the ropes about what kind of, what their responsibilities are and how they need to do things. So, they already got through HR and HR told them, yeah, you're hired. Now, what do you do as their manager? Or what if you're not a manager? What if you're just a coworker and you've been there for a number of years? How do you support them? That's the word. How do you support them? Everybody's human. Everybody has feelings. And so with that, you have to approach that person, with wisdom, right? So being supportive just means, hey, I know you got this, right? If you need any help, something as subtle as that. If you need my help, let me know, right? I've had coworkers who are helicopter coworkers, and I'm like, I don't need you to hover over me to ensure that, I'm getting my responsibilities done. You already told me if I need your help, give you a call. So I'm going to take that. And if I need your help, I'm going to do it. So me personally, I don't like helicopter coworkers. That's just me. But being supportive in that fashion allows the other person to say, okay, this person who's helping me, he or she has my back, right? And that's important. Um, Being knowledgeable. Again, the other two that I mentioned, being reliable and being supportive, they kind of like go hand in hand. So being knowledgeable of your responsibilities, being supportive of responsibilities that the team may have, and just being reliable. The knowledgeable part comes with time, right? In my opinion, it comes with time, and it comes with just inquiring, reading, just doing your research on that particular area, and just knowing that over time you're going to develop these attributes to maybe even advance you in your personal career, right? And whatever it may be, right? So being supportive, being reliable, and also having the knowledge to help and grow, right? Um, so networking, again, this is the subject for those of you who are just tuning in. It's uh, networking, right? This is the subject that I'm talking about this afternoon or this evening. Um, Networking also makes you noticeable, right? So attending, B&Is, attending business networking events, right? These are the things that put your face out there. These are the things to let other business owners and other people know that, okay, he means business or she means business. She has this kind of product or this kind of service. She or he, they're always at these events. They mean business, right? So something simple, right? Nothing real elaborate. Um, the other attribute would be um, every business. I don't care where they are, they go through stagnation. And when you go through stagnation, where do I get my support from, right? Who do I talk to? Like, I'm sure Elon Musk, I'm sure Oprah Winfrey, and all of these top people had, I'm so sure that they had blockages because take for instance, I know, I don't really like him. Don't hate me on this, but LeBron James, I'm not really a fan of his, but I believe he's a good businessman. Same thing with Shaquille O'Neal. I believe these are good businessmen outside of basketball. And so, but I'm sure in their processes of starting businesses that they made mistakes and had setbacks. It just happens. And I'm sure they had a network of friends to who were able to assist them in growing their business. So you're going to face those challenges, and sooner or later you're going to request and seek help from people who may be more knowledgeable than you on that particular business, right? And so let's look at two more items. Personal business growth. One of the things that is good for business growth is talking to seasoned business owners or seasoned veterans, if you will. And how do they obtain that growth? They increase their awareness by maybe reading, by going to workshops and all of these types of things. And that's the kind of things that we need to do to enhance our personal growth, right? Um, Networking and personal business growth, it allows you to expand your customer base. So if you're so, tunnel vision on one area of your business, how do you know if you didn't network that your business couldn't expand and grow wider, right? So that's what you want. And one of the ways that you can do that is expanding or growing your customer base. Um, a lot of business, and I mentioned it earlier, stagnation. Um, you definitely don't want to be stagnant in your business because it costs you money, right? So one of the things you want to do is keep up with the new trends. You want to keep up with the new trends that's going on in your industry, because at the end of the day, if you don't, your competition is going to capitalize on the new trends and maybe run you out of business, right? And then that leads to the fifth trait of personal business growth: know your competition. So in business, we have this acronym is called SWOT, right? Strength, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats. That's the acronym for SWOT, right? And so with opportunities, or I'm sorry, with knowing your competition, it allows you to have, a one up on your competition because you're in the same arena of business and you're talking possibly to the same customer base. And maybe he or she has a service or product that you didn't think about. And maybe they do, and a way that you can enhance what they're doing, right? We're not getting into copyright infringement and all that kind of stuff, but they might have a service that you can do better at. So knowing your competition, in my opinion, is very, very important to networking, right? So and at the end of the day, how are you going to know that if you are not involved in networking, right? Um, you know, going to, and the last thing is going to like uh, conferences and going to seminars and workshops. This is all a part of networking, and it's all to enhance your knowledge and to benefit you when it comes down to being and doing better in whatever line of business that you are in, right? And so hopefully these 5 key points will help you if you are a new business or if you are a established business and didn't really get into the networking aspect of promoting your business. So I'll just go over the 5 really quickly. Build your reputation. Make yourself noticeable. Number 2. Number 3, it strengthens your support network. That's number 3. Number 4, personal business growth. And then 5, introducing yourself to conferences and workshops and seminars. So that's the 5, right? So let me get into, the meat of this particular podcast. And by the way, thank you for those of you who are coming on right now and listening to the King's Corner podcast. I truly appreciate it. And thank you for sharing a little bit of your time with me on this Sunday evening. But I wanted to talk to you about this event that's going on August 30th, right? It's in Deltona. For those of you who don't know, that's in Florida. It's a wonderful, wonderful city. It's a growing city. I know a lot of people who reside there. But there's a wonderful event that's happening August 30th. And, it's all about networking, right? It's all about building a rapport with different businesses and sharing ideas and sharing thoughts and that sort of thing. And it's a wonderful thing to do that. And I know in a podcast that I mentioned that most of us, when we attend business networking events, sometimes they can be a little stuffy, right? You come in, you give, maybe a 5-minute elevator speech about your business, and then you hand out your business card and you maybe talk for a few minutes. Maybe you have some snacks, maybe some, something or other, and then you leave. But how many of you have gained new contacts? How many of you have gained, a friendship, right? I was taught to build friendships in all walks of life, right? So who knows who I'm going to be networking with in these events. But sometimes, like I said, they can be a little bit, you know, just unenthusiastic for some. Here is an event that's going on August 30th at the Deltona Women's Club in Deltona. The address is 1049 East Normandy Boulevard. And for more information, please text or give me a call at 386-265-7230. What is unique about this event? As you can see on the bottom, it says karaoke, right? Now, mind you, it's you have some professional karaoke singers out there. Wonderful. If that's you, come on down, right? But you got some that are like me who can't hold a note, not even in the shower. So, I mean, this is a wonderful opportunity for people like me to, one, clown a little bit and joke a little bit and maybe sing a little bit. But more importantly, it's about connecting. In all seriousness, it's about connecting with, business owners uh, who may be able to help you. And all of those key components of networking that I shared a few minutes ago, that's the purpose, right? Building your reputation. So, and making yourself noticeable in these events. But you can also sing, right? You ain't got to be on note, on key, and everything like that. Just come and have a little fun, relax a little bit, right? So, I'm a hip hop head. I go as far as back as like LL Cool J and Run DMC. That's how far I go back, So I might do one of those classic hip hop tracks if I'm allowed to, right? But if you're not a rapper or in that kind of music genre, you can do soul singing, you can do R&B, you can do classical. I mean, we have some people who have some opera vocals, and I mean, so all are welcome. So whatever you got going on that day, August 30th, 2024, please come on down and be a part of this wonderful event. Bring your business cards, bring your silliness, bring your laid back humor. It's not that long. It's not that long. I'm going to post the flyer that was provided for this particular event. Come on down and be a part of this, right? Share your thoughts through karaoke, right? But the other important thing is it's a business event, but it's fun, right? So definitely give us your business card. You're going to get mine. And maybe you are new to business, right? Maybe you are new to business and, you're tired of working for corporate America. Maybe you're tired of working, wherever you are. Maybe you're not making enough money, right? There's going to be opportunities there for you to learn about a new company, right? Because you're going to have companies that are startups there. You're going to have companies there that's already been established locally and some, nationally, right? Just learn and walk and learn, come and just be a part of it, right? So I'm going to really conclude with this podcast this afternoon because I want you to just marinate this in your head after I close out, right? So the networking event again is August 30th, 2024, right? So clear your schedule, right? I'll put out the flyer in a few minutes, but it's going to be at the Deltona Women's Club, 1049 East Normandy Boulevard, right? Please, for more information, give me a text or you can call me at 386-265-7230. For those of you who are on Facebook, I go by Latif Muhammad. Maybe it's Abdul Latif Muhammad, maybe. But send me a shout out and let me know if you want to be a part of this event. We can RSVP you and, just have fun. There are going to be snacks available and, just Munchables. Don't think it's going to be Chick-fil-A. I'm not sure. But nevertheless, come on down, network, and be a part of this wonderful event. And I'm looking forward to seeing you because I want to share some ideas and some thoughts as well. So, this is what it is. All right. So, may God continue to bless you all who are listening and watching this podcast. And I thank you for chiming in, listening, watching the King's Corner podcast, trying to get on here on a regular basis, not just to promote this particular event, but just to share some thoughts, my perspective, right, on different things. And hope to hear from you soon in regards to whatever you got going on. So if you have any ideas, if you have any events that you want to propose, that's another thing. Give me a call, give me a text or call, and let's talk about it and see what we can do. With that being said, I am going to close out of this. And again, like I said, may God continue to bless you and your wonderful family. And I'll talk to you soon.